So last night we kind of we started to create our idea, walking down the street, and then somehow the street becomes more of an abstract idea. Basically, we kind of took a consensus of like something that we wanted to explore, something that we all as a group collectively were feeling kind of passionate about right now at this time.
So we're gonna insert it in text then, instead of this is a voice command.
Yeah, maybe.
Sort of deal.
Sort of deal.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that cool?
Yeah. Just trying to think of how that would unfold.
And so we kind of threw ideas around, and those ideas kind of turned into images, and from those images is what kind of built the piece.
So what's happened so far? Do you want me to play back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, sorry.
Lights up. Actor image.
So now we've taken those images and trying to figure out how we can create them into a theatrical performance.
Shadow image switches to seeing our hero on the phone, seeing the phone. Phone dying, tick, 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 tick.
This is Tom.
Then
Sean.
Hi, Sean. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming out. That's awesome.
The audacity. So like you do your magic. I think what we're thinking is at the very beginning of the piece we want text noises, and then we want the message to have the beep send. You know? And then after that, I'm not quite sure what the plan is. So you have to talk to them. But just
So now today we are kind of taking those images and putting them into kind of into a practical sense. So we're developing choreography and shadow puppets and text and script and creating sound to kind of take it and make it into one fluid piece. So it's going to be a lot of work in the next couple of hours, but I'm hopeful.
and then I feel like that's a moment for me to go under your leg. Yeah.
Where are we at right now? We have we have flesh.
One of the best experiences I ever had in doing stuff like this was it started with somebody, the director was just like, is there something that you've ever just wanted to do on stage that you've never done? And we actually came up with a big list of things that like we've never done before that we know we can do, but we just wanted to do on stage. So I want to hear that from you guys as well.
And a lot of ideas still kind of flying around in the air. We haven't like caught on to any of them yet, or a good portion of them. It's there, I can see it. It's one of those things where I'm like, I really, really want 10 more hours to just like think about it.
Just like weaving that into it.
Maybe it could be a dwarf of one of the seven dwarfs from Snow White shows up as the farmer then, or something. Dopey. It was Dopey. There wasn't a Sleepy. Sleepy was Dopey.
Sleepy, Dopey, Doc.
I mean,
Interesting lifts
Mm-hmm.
that I want to try to play with. I want to make some sort of like statues or some sort of like maybe a house on stage or.
Right. Well, you have a lot of like good keywords for that. It's like the boat sounds really interesting and what could be done with that. And you had mentioned
What did we do yesterday? We got to know each other for the most part. I keep struggling with my, well, am I going to commit to being a dance-heavy piece or a theater-heavy piece?
it takes place in olden times, but on a current sea, but on a chink.
Ha!
You know?
Okay, let's go find the puppet.
Where's the puppet?
Story on fundraising.
This might be fun. Okay.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I guess he has the key, so I don't know.
yeah, we'll just have to think.
So he kind of has like this nub for a nose.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could, if we really wanted to make him the character of Pinocchio. Or whatever.
Stretch, yeah.
Open, yeah.
Or would it be Rom? It could be Rom, and we use Pinocchio in another format.
And it's kind of part of the process right now, is I feel like we're still trying to get to know each other. So we're not as boundless. The chest. It's kind of off of the idea of the wave. I just play with the idea. I want you to jump onto my back, and I'm just gonna sort of like move with, you know what I mean, like.
Can we do it in a different area?
Of course. You know, we're not quite in that adventurous part of the process yet. And that's me too. I'm only throwing out the ideas and I'm not really putting myself inside it yet, although I'm actually a component. I am a component of this piece. And I have to keep remembering that too, so that's just kind of where I'm at.
So this is really interesting for me because this is absolutely the first time that I've done anything like this. We've talked about themes and ideas and intention behind the movement, and then we did some improvisation exercises.
So anything that can be like embodied with like physicality and expressing through not dance, but you know that physical acting like is something that I definitely am really into.
I think that's gonna come out when we do some improvisation.
Sorrow made it sorrow one. Sorrow that put me on the bill. It's in my heart, it's in my bed.
So, I mean, in case there's a need for this, I also do vocal improv, and I teach vocal improv to non-singers.
I am going to make them move, and I hope that the other participants can challenge me in maybe utilizing their voices or some of their acting skills and teaching me something about what they bring to the piece ultimately. But we explored some movement, we explored some gestures.
So your head is just easing down toward the floor. Turn your hands up on top of your thigh.
Today, we met at 9 a.m. and we reviewed what we did yesterday. I have a 4-minute piece of music and I'm about 3 minutes through. I don't know how that happened. I have a group that's really easy to work with and they've been up for anything and just ready to try anything, which is awesome.
So what's going to happen now is Alan's going to extend a hand to you two and make eye contact with you both. And then...
All right, whenever you're ready.
Whenever I'm ready?
Yeah.
Okay. My name's Layla Ghaznavi. I am a theater puppet artist from Philadelphia and New York City. I work in both cities, back and forth. And I got here late last night at my plane landed at 10. Everyone had been working since 7. And I think I rolled into the space by 11. I bought online internet because my plane was so delayed. And I was emailing and texting Caitlin directions back and forth about what I was anticipating happening and giving them like challenges, like figure out how to make this, and when I get there we'll put it together.
Great Craigslist misconnections right now.
Hey, you were peeing in the woods by the West Side Goodwill last night. Want to go bowling sometime?
So, like, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, obviously, to get started coming in so late, but also it was really fun to see what they came up with.
Away from the screen, toward the screen. So I want to go toward the screen, I guess.
Great. That looks like a turkey head. I had to get my hand out there for a beak. We need a beak.
Last night, we basically speeded out the first half of our story. Nice. So you wash your faces and you dry the towel. This morning, the goal is by noon to have the first half perfected. See what time it is?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, shut up! But it's a little bit stressful, of course. Let's see, we were here till like 2, we were up by 8, and then just like back in the trenches. But I'm excited by what everyone's coming up with, and they're finding nuances that I had never thought of. So I think it's gonna be a good show.
Awesome. Okay.